Hey, and welcome to a new episode of Rankin. This is going to be a fun one. We're talking about Dreamworks animation movies. So this is either going to go really quick or really long. Who knows? But the panel I've got assembled for this, I've got Brian Nussbaum. Brian, how's it going?
I was doing pretty good. It's great to be here. Great to be with Jonathan. Used to do fantasy league with him a few years back, so it's good to be here.
And also here I've got RJ. RJ, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. It's late. It's cold. I mean, probably people have it colder, but I'm from Texas. As soon as we hit 40, it's cold. So it's cold.
Moving around, we've got Anthony. Anthony, how's it going?
It's going well. This is going to be fun. When you said cold in Texas, I was like, if you say 60, I'm going to be super pissed off at you. But 40 is not cold. So we're good now. It's okay. That's legit.
60's cool. It's cool.
He's warm. I'm in shorts.
No, it's in the 50s. So. No.
And last but not least, we got Jonathan. Jonathan, how's it going?
Doing pretty well. You know, I'm into the holiday spirit. My hat has nothing to do with this episode, but screw it. I'll take it off, in the middle of the episode because it's kind of itchy. But what's going on?
I mean, to be fair, a lot of these movies do have holiday specials, so technically it counts. But the specials aren't movies, so they won't be ranked. No. But maybe I'll do Dreamworks specials later. But,
hold on. I got
No.
But anyway, how the show works is we're going to go around the panel, throw out a movie we think belongs on a top 12 Dreamworks animation list, and then we'll vote on it. And if it gets majority votes, which is with 5, there's 3, then it makes it, and we rank it at the end. But with that, I'm going to go to Brian for his first nomination.
Okay, for the first nomination, I'm going to throw up a sequel that's better than the original, and that is Shrek 2. When this film did the first one way better, you got the Fairy Godmother, one of Dreamworks' best villains. You got Puss in Boots, who is great. Plus, you got mature characters coming back. Plus, the main sequence is the whole other hero. So, Shrek 2 is my first nomination.
RJ, what do you say about Shrek 2?
And of course, I got to be the first guy to do this. Nope, I'm going to have to give it a no. Sorry, completely disagree. If you're going to put any Shrek movie on here, it's the original. I'm sorry. None of those sequels hold a candle to the original Shrek. It's the original. It's the master of this entire list. Yeah, just no. If it makes it on the list, boo-hoo. But no. Just no to Shrek 2 for me.
Anthony, what do you say about Shrek 2?
Wow, that was a strong reaction that I was not expecting. Because who has Shrek 2 on here? That is a sequel I really do enjoy. I mean, the OG Shrek is fantastic as well, but I really enjoyed Puss in Boots. I really enjoyed the story from Shrek 2. I had Shrek 2 pretty high up on my list, so I would say yes to this, but I've learned something about RJ. I've learned something.
I love Shrek.
Jonathan, what do you say about Shrek 2?
Okay, I'll do it. I do agree that with RJ that Shrek 1 is better. Yes, it's a great movie. Shrek 2, on the other hand, it's a very good movie. I don't know what you're talking about, RJ. I mean, it's a very fun, hilarious look of how people live in LA, but in animation, and it's really funny. And I put it kind of like in 10th and 11th for me. Shrek 2. It's a really good sequel. I think it's one of the stronger sequels. I think it's the first or the only good sequel of the Shrek films. Even though Forever After is kind of a guilty pleasure. But Shrek 2, I think barely it goes on the list.
Yeah, I mean, Shrek 2 is always going to be used for me. This is this is probably one of the biggest ongoing debates in the family community, like that I've noticed is either is it Shrek 1 or Shrek 2. Is it which one's the better? It's no one ever worries about any of the other sequels, but it's always these two which quite often comes up. But Shrek 2 would have been a yes for me as well. But But yeah, with that, RJ, we go back to you for your first nomination.
Sorry, RJ.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I just like Shrek more. There's probably gonna be room for it, to be honest. But okay. For anybody else out there who grew up in a Catholic school, you saw this movie every year around Easter time. And it's honestly a great movie. And I definitely think it deserves to be in the top 12. And that's going to be Prince of Egypt. It's a great musical, great soundtrack, great cast of Val Kilmer, Ralph Fiennes. Ralph Fiennes, right? Yeah, Ralph Fiennes. I don't know why I thought Joseph. Whatever. His name's Ralph. That's what I'm going to call him. But Michelle Pfeiffer, Jeff Goldblum. I mean, it's just a great cast behind it as well. It's a great soundtrack, and it's always a fun watch. But yeah, I mean, when you watch it that many times and you can still enjoy it, I think it deserves to be on any top anything list.
Yeah. Anthony, what do you say about the Prince of Egypt?
I really do like this movie. I think it is a good movie. I enjoy the other more cartoon one more than this. I don't know if that's going to make the list either, but I enjoy that one a little bit more. I didn't have this in my top 12. I feel like it's going to make it. I'm just going to give my no in case because I have ones I like more. But The Prince of Egypt is a great movie. I mean, there's not a lot of bad movies on this list, but it's not in my top 12. It would just miss out. But I feel like it's going to just watching reaction.
Jonathan, what do you say about The Prince of Egypt?
Well, first of all, Anthony, what cartoon are you talking about?
Road El Dorado.
Oh, I thought you were thinking about the Joseph. I was like,
Yeah,
okay. Back to Prince of Egypt. This is 100% yes for me. It's in my top 3. I watch this almost every year. This is a really good movie, really well done in animation, and it has a great underrated score by Hans Zimmer. Big yes for me.
This one is going to be a no for me. It's just outside my top 12.
Oh, no.
This one that I haven't seen in a while. I was planning on rewatching this but I couldn't find it on any of my streaming services. But
you need Jesus for saying that. How dare you? You need Jesus.
I mean, as a Christian, I think I do have Jesus. But anyway, like I remember like the song "When You Believe" is a great song, but I don't remember much else about the movie. So, Brian, it does come down to you.
I was giving a yes. It's great animation, great music, and great voice cast. Like Steve Martin Short was great parts of the film. So, yes for me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm cool with it being on it.
Yeah. But Anthony, go back to you for your next nomination.
Okay. This one is. I really like this movie. I think it is very underrated, and there's a lot of people that might not have heard of it, but it is one of the claymation DreamWorks ones. And I'm going to go with Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit because this movie is fantastic. It's really well done. All the stuff from I think it's Aardman animation that was part of this. This is one of the few ones that DreamWorks did. I always love watching this movie. I think it's really well done. The animation is fantastic, and it doesn't require a whole lot of dialogue to really get the point across for it. So this one is one that I had top of my list for this. A little out of the box, but this one I needed to throw out here.
Jonathan, what do you say about Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit?
Okay, this movie. I've only seen it one time. This is a tough vote because I was kind of bored throughout the movie when I was a teenager, and for some reason it just didn't connect with me, and I was a little disappointed because I actually like the shorts a lot. I like Aardman, and even though there's some good moments in the movie, I'm gonna go a marginal no. Sorry.
Yeah, you don't have to apologize.
But for this one, for Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit, I'm actually giving this a yes. I really do enjoy this movie, and I think it's a lot of fun. But yeah, Brian, what do you say about Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit?
Is he frozen?
He is frozen.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Or he's really good.
Oh, here.
Oh, but that might run.
There we go.
It's all good. Brian, what do you say about Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit?
I'm going to give it a hell yes. It's like number 3 on my list, and I really love the animation style. It's very underrated as well.
And RJ, it's well, it makes the list, but RJ, what would you have said about Wallace and Gromit: Curse of the Were Rabbit?
For me, I kind of would have been like Jonathan at the marginal no. It's just because for this one, I like the other claymation DreamWorks picture better. Wallace and Gromit were great shorts, and I think they should have stayed shorts because the movie requires a lot of it relies a lot on British humor, and just some of that really doesn't translate like kind of well. Like some of it does, but not a lot of it. And I agree with Jonathan that like I don't enjoy it as much as I want to. I love the shorts, but I cannot enjoy the movie the way I want to enjoy it. So that's all I gotta say about that. Still love Gromit though. Like I'll always love Gromit.
But with that, Jonathan, what is your first nomination?
I'm gonna say the obvious later. So I'm going to pick Kung Fu Panda. I'm going to nominate Kung Fu Panda. I think this is a very good, very strong, and very funny film about a panda wanting to be somebody, wanting to do kung fu. And then, the funny part is that he's trained by Master Shifu, voiced by Dustin Hoffman, and the panda is voiced by Jack Black. And then their riffraff between each other is pretty funny. And the voice cast is really great. The Furious Five: Jolie, Tigress, Rogan, Mantis, Lucy Liu is Viper, David Cross is Crane, and Jackie Chan is Monkey. They're all terrific. I think this is a highly entertaining movie that should be on the list.
Yeah. I actually rewatched Kung Fu Panda recently. I forgot how great this movie was, and so it's easiest for me. This is just a lot of fun. Like Jack Black as a panda who knows kung fu is just entertaining to me. It's one of those ones that's entertaining, and I don't know why. It's just I watch it, I get a lot of joy out of it. But yeah, Brian, what do you say about Kung Fu Panda?
I'm going to give it a slight no. I love it, but there's another one, Trilogy, I like more, so I'll give it a no for now.
RJ, what do you say about Kung Fu Panda?
Kung Fu Panda, yeah. This is another one of those. Like DreamWorks has a lot of franchises, and for a lot of these franchises, the first outing was the best, and this is a prime example of that. It's Jack Black in one of his best films, I think. Period. It's one of him at his comical best. It's great. It's fantastic. Great. A lot of humor goes through it that like hits really well. That I think they tried too much in the sequels. That's why I prefer this one over the other ones. I don't really need the sequels. And it's one of those movies that can contain itself, that if you never see the sequels, it's fine just having Kung Fu Panda by itself.
And Anthony, what would you have said about Kung Fu Panda?
I realize my opinion doesn't matter right now, but I'm still going to give it. I actually really like this movie. Jack Black is fantastic. The voice cast for everybody is just perfectly done. It's well done. I kind of agree with Brian. I do enjoy one of the sequels, right kind of on par a little bit more. I guess on par doesn't mean more. So, but right there. So, but I really like Kung Fu Panda. It's a good movie. Jack Black is great. Probably other than School of Rock, one of his better ones recently. And yeah, it's got to go on. It's Kung Fu Panda.
But yeah, for my first nomination, before I get into that, I'm going to give an obligatory plug. Nico Suavo is doing Trivia for Fun on February the 14th. And everyone that knows me knows where I'm going for this. I'm bringing up How to Train Your Dragon.
Obviously.
But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon is just one of those ones that I actually came to really late because I watched them all for the first time last year because I was writing the How to Train Your Dragon random match. But I've rewatched them again recently, and they just still hold up. Like the first one's just really great. And yeah, like this is probably one of the rare DreamWorks franchises in which the sequels are all good as well. Brian, what do you say about How to Train Your Dragon?
For me, the film I wasn't a big fan of, but so I'll give it a no. But there's the other one trilogy as well that I like more. So,
RJ, what do you say about How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon does definitely get a yes. It is one of those that this is one that I will say actually I do prefer the second one out of all the three. I think How to Train Your Dragon 2 is the best one of the three, but I cannot deny what a surprise the first one was. Like no one knew where this was coming. I remember when they were promoted it, everybody was like, what is this? What is this series of books that no one like has heard about? And it was, at the end where other studios were failing in bringing books to life. The Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies were dying down. Of course, all the young adult novel movies were starting to fade out too. We were getting towards the end of, Harry Potter by the time this one came out. And this one came out of nowhere and like captured everybody's hearts in the best way. I mean, and honestly, I love Jay Baruchel. I love anything he does. So like him in the lead role was awesome. And also, honestly, Gerard Butler at that time too. I was really obsessed with Gerard Butler. So them as father and son was great. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon definitely has to be on this list.
Anthony, what do you say about How to Train Your Dragon?
I got to agree. How to Train Your Dragon was fantastic. It is one of those that when it first came out, I was kind of like, the previews never really did anything for me, and I was like, but I will give it a shot. I will see this movie. Like RJ said, Jay Baruchel is great in everything he does. I love everything he does. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. Then watching it, I was like, man, it kind of makes you feel like if you had a pet at any time in your life, a cat, a dog, whatever, you felt the love between those two because it was like sometimes he was a dog, sometimes he played like a cat. It was fantastic. There was like a lot of emotional moments in it. If you have that feeling of just between the two, the father-son dynamic was great as well. There's a lot going on in that movie. The sequels, like everyone said, the trilogy is all very good, but this is the first one is the one I always go back to. I'm more willing to rewatch the first one than I am the second or third, so that's why I would put it above the other. But it has to go on. Nico, you're welcome. It is on. Congratulations. Trivia for Fun is fantastic. Please donate it. It's a great cause.
And Jonathan, what would you have said about How to Train Your Dragon?
I agree with RJ and Anthony. This caught me by surprise because I didn't even know what the hell this was when it first came out. But when I saw it, I was surprised by the story, the voice acting, and also the visuals. The visuals are gorgeous. I mean, I think I looked up that Roger Deakins had a hand in this visual animation. And it kind of shows because it kind of took it on to the next level, even along with the sequels. Maybe except the third one, but it would be a heavy 100% yes for me as well.
Yeah, I don't think any of these movies in this trilogy actually won the Oscar for Best Animated.
No, I don't think so. When did this first one come out? Oh, this
2010.
Oh, Toy Story 3 won. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Brian, what is your next nomination?
I'm going to pick up a film called Madagascar. This one was a complete surprise to me. You got Ben Stiller, Chris Rock, David Schwimmer, and J. Pinkett Smith as the four main characters. And plus, Sacha Baron Cohen stole the show for me. Like, all hail, you're giants. Oy vey, everyone. So Madagascar is my pick.
RJ, what do you say about Madagascar?
This is a huge yes. This is one of those movies that definitely gets forgotten because the sequels just didn't hold up. And then they tried to spin off on the Penguins, and the Penguins got their own TV show. And, the Penguins were great in the first one. like honestly, this movie, I have a vivid memory of seeing this movie in theaters, and that's why I enjoy it so much. Like, another movie that just took me by surprise. Just like, yeah, it's a cartoon. It's got animals in it. Sure, we're all going to go see it. I was a little bit older at the time. This was like one of those because my younger cousins are in, so we're all going to go see this movie together. And man, we had a hell of a time. And nobody out there can deny y'all were all singing I Like to Move It, even though you had never heard the song before. That song was on everybody's playlist when this movie came out.
Anthony, what do you say about Madagascar?
You are right. Reel to Reel got a whole nother thing because of this. They actually made a bunch of money because of this movie that they didn't make in the 90s. This movie is fantastic. I feel like I'm one of the few people that actually enjoys the third one a lot. I don't know why, but I can watch that over and over again. And when the person chases them down, just runs through wall by wall, and they're just like freaking out. They're like, something's wrong with that person. Like, that always cracked me up. I like the third one a lot, but the first one was fantastic. It was really well done. All the voice acting, again, is just really on point. It's a good story. The Penguins are great in this one. Yeah, I had Madagascar on my list. I might have had the third one a little higher, but there's no way I'm not going to say yes to this. But that's just my opinion because I have terrible taste.
Jonathan, what do you say about Madagascar?
It was number 13 on my list. And
woof.
So it would be a no, but it doesn't matter because we have 3 yeses here. So the thing is that what's interesting, the second one's fine, but the third one is actually my favorite of the 3, which is a surprise. Because I had no you know what? I'm going to say that in case somebody else brings it up. But, because the first one is just it was just fine. It was fine. The Penguins are the best part of the movie. And the thing is, I don't know. It's just them going to Madagascar, being stranded there, and that's it. In retrospect. So, it's a no.
Yeah, I mean, I still would have seen. I still would have suggested to the first Madagascar. I mean, I really enjoy 3.
Not a hot take.
3 is that guilty pleasure for everyone.
The third one.
But
2 is the worst. That's all we can agree on. 2 is the worst.
2 is by far the worst.
I agree.
But yeah, Madagascar makes the list. RJ, what is your next nomination?
Well, I feel like the Penguins when they get to Antarctica because this sucks. That was going to be my next one, but no, I got a good one back up there. Actually, I nominated the first animation one, so I'm going to go with the other animation one. I'm going to go with Road to El Dorado. That movie. Dude, give me Kenneth Branagh and Kevin Kline in another movie together, please. Because their banter was so good in this. Like, oh my God. This movie cracks me up every single time from the moment those guys hit the screen. It's just it's just visually beautiful. It's really well done animation. And great songs in there too, showing off Kenneth Branagh and Kevin Kline's chops in the songs they get to do. It's just a fun ride. And let's be honest, it all awoken some feelings in young boys everywhere. But whatever, we'll talk about that later. They know what they were doing.
Anthony, what do you say about the Road to El Dorado?
I'm going to let that last part slide, but Road to El Dorado is a great movie. I watched it once like a while ago. I kind of forgot about it. I had to rewatch it for a match actually, and I forgot how great it was. Like he said, the banter between those two is so good. It's so fast talking back and forth. It's excellent. You do get also soundtrack by Billy Joel, so you get some Billy Joel songs in there. And how is that bad? It's not. He's great. So a lot of it is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. this was when people were talking about Prince of Egypt, that's what I said. This one was above that for me. So this absolutely is a yes for me. So
Jonathan, what do you say about Road to El Dorado?
Yeah, I had to look up El Dorado. Like, I don't know if Billy Joel helped out. I think it was
It was
Elton
Elton
John.
John. Yeah.
or maybe
Yeah.
sorry, one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
This movie, I groaned to like it a lot over time, because the first time I was like, okay, all right, and then for some reason, I rewatched it over and over and over again, and I just liked it more and more, and just it's a ride, it's a blast with Miguel and Tulio. You know, Kenneth Branagh and Kevin Kline are great. Rosie Perez is also funny as Chell, and I know Armand Asante is great as the villain. So I would say it's a yes. It's in my top 12. So yeah.
Yeah. It makes a list, which is good because I've not seen it. It's been one that I tried to. It's been one that I tried to find for this before. Oh yeah, Road to El Dorado is sure to come up at some stage, but I couldn't find it. Brian, what would you have said about the Road to El Dorado?
I see bits and pieces of it, not the complete movie, so I'll give it a no as well.
But
This is
yeah,
gonna be an interesting list. Ranking.
But for that, we move on. We move on to Anthony.
I apologize for the Billy Joel. I had Billy Joel in my head. But Elton John. Elton John, Billy Joel. Are you going wrong with either of them? No, you're not.
Nah.
Anyway, so I'll go to the next one. I'm going to stick. I like how RJ's going. He picked the two kind of animated ones, the cartooner more ones. So I'm going to stick with the kind of claymation type ones, because there's another one that's really, really good that came out. That's maybe not so much for the British crowd. And this would be Chicken Run.
Yes.
Because Chicken Run is a fantastic movie that, again, kind of was like, it's a movie about chickens trying to escape. Who's going to like that with Mel Gibson? Like, is that going to be good? It's fantastic. It's really good movie. It's really well done. I keep hearing rumors about a Chicken Run 2, which I think they're just going to ruin it if they do it. But Chicken Run's a great movie. It's another one from DreamWorks that was the claymation style. And obviously, I'm a fan of the claymation type style movies. This was great. I'm putting it on the list. Hopefully, maybe, if people say yes. We'll find out.
Jonathan, what do you say about Chicken Run?
Well, we're off to a good start, Anthony, because I'm saying yes to Chicken Run. I like Chicken Run a lot. I mean, it's basically, it makes fun of the Great Escape. Basically, it riffs off of that. You know, all the chickens want to fly off the coop, basically, with the help of Mel Gibson's Rocky Rhodes, I think that's his name.
So.
Yeah. Basically, the leader, I forgot her. I think Ginger is her name. Just asking him to teach them how to fly, which has a very funny montage, because it just cracks me up that, like, I don't know if that's going to happen. But when we get to the latter stages of the film, they build a plane, and that's itself is exciting. So yeah, I like this movie a lot. Top 12, and it's a yes for me.
Yeah, I like chickens. I don't like it when they run. I'm not a big fan of Chicken Run.
What?
Whoa.
This is one that
Explain.
like what about two? It's just one that I just found it just really boring. It's just like back when I first watched it. I haven't actually watched it since. So maybe I need to give it another watch. But this is one that I remember watching on the first thing. It was like, what is this? So I watched because I knew it was from the makers of Wallace and Gromit. I was like, there's no Wallace and Gromit here. It's like, what is it? I just didn't like it. But yeah. Brian, what do you say about Chicken Run?
For me, Chicken Run gets a yes. I'm very surprised. It's very good. Even was Mel Gibson before went all crazy. So I'll give this a hell yes.
RJ, what would you have said about Chicken Run?
Yeah, I love Chicken Run. Chicken Run's a great movie. I just love a good. Not only do I like a good escape, like espionage things, like he said, it's very reminiscent of The Great Escape, and I love watching that movie too, purely for just watching the ideas unfold and how they're going to get out. And yeah, I quoted this movie a lot when I was a kid. I quoted this movie so much when I was a kid. I don't know how like this British humor worked and Wallace and Gromit didn't, but some of their jokes, those two rap brothers are like. Dude, every time they pop on screen, they freaking, they freaking
Eggs.
He's like, after you, Britcha. After I what? Like, just, oh my god, I don't know. Like, it gets me every time. I love rewatching this movie. Yeah, anybody who has Hulu and wants to rewatch these, go to Hulu. Hulu's got like almost every DreamWorks. Just so y'all know, for putting that out there to Malcolm, if you got the VPN and you can go to the US. Like the freaking Hulu has almost like every DreamWorks animation movie.
Well, I mean, Netflix in New Zealand has almost all the DreamWorks animation movies. Just not Road to El Dorado.
Hulu has Road to, that's what I'm saying. Hulu has Road to El Dorado.
Yeah. But anyway, I think a sequel has been officially confirmed by Netflix. So they put out a statement that it has been confirmed. But I think they did, and I think they also said that Mel Gibson's potentially not going to be involved. So I don't know how that's going to work.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler. Okay. Well, they escape, but how is that going to work?
Exactly.
We're gonna escape again.
It's probably just gonna be like a reboot of it with a whole new crew.
Yeah. Probably Ginger and Rocket's kids, whatever. I don't know, something dumb like that.
But once again, whether or not it happens or not is the other thing, because so many movies get announced but not happen. I'm looking at you, Uncharted.
Malcolm.
But anyway, John, we go back to you for your next nomination.
Well, I know one other person is going to say yes to this because earlier he likes the first one more than the second one. He thinks that all the sequels are forgettable, and I'm going to go with Shrek, the first Shrek. Shrek, in my opinion, is a great movie. It is a great animated movie in which it's about an ogre, being in his own private bubble in his swamp, living peacefully, and then he discovers he comes across this donkey, and then they become friends over the movie, developing over the movie, and then they get a task by Lord Farquaad, voiced by John Lithgow, because his swamp is filled with fairy tale creatures, and he has to take the task to go rescue Princess Fiona from the castle. And it has a lot of jokes, a lot of also nice moments with the Shrek, because he's not that ugly. He's actually a nice character. He wants to be he doesn't want to be considered as just an ogre. He wants to be more than that. So I nominate Shrek.
Yeah. So So I'm going to keep it short. That's an easy yes to Shrek. So I think if I remember rightly, Shrek was the second animated movie. The first being Ants.
Yep.
And
I think the Prince of Egypt, Road to El Dorado.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
Shrek basically took it off the map.
Yeah, Shrek.
I mean, Shrek was the second computer animated one, so like 3D one anyway. Yeah. But that being said, Shrek was one that for me came out of nowhere and just sort of took DreamWorks up a lot. Ants, Poseidons, Red Eldorado all came before that. I think you can argue Shrek was one that kind of started them up and got them more noticed because, a lot of people say, the one we just talked about before, Chicken Run was the reason they brought in the best animated feature at the Oscars, which Shrek was the first one to win that. So, So yeah, Brian, what do you say about Shrek?
I'm gonna give it a yes. Great moments, great adult references, even like the pigs got evicted, got eviction notice from Lord Farquaad, and like the song all-star the genre of catchy songs for movies. So yes.
And RJ said yes. Do you want to say anything more on that?
This movie is beyond quotable. If you've never looked at a rock and said it was a nice boulder, you're lying to yourself because you know you thought about it every time.
But Anthony, what would you have said about Shrek?
I mean, I do enjoy the second one just slightly more, but Shrek is fantastic. It really did kind of start DreamWorks into this huge thing that it became. It is, like RJ said, it's ridiculously quotable. My wife quotes it all the time, especially for breakfast, because in the morning we're having waffle. She says, it's great. I like it. I get waffles that day, so it's a good day for me. And it made a Smash Mouth song not make me want to hate myself. Like, the Believer is so much better than the actual song, so that's a win-win. Yeah, Shrek definitely needs to go on the list.
Oh yeah, the rendition of Hallelujah, though. Ooh.
Oh yes.
That was good.
But yeah, just like onions, this movie has layers.
Yep.
But
Nice.
This is very good.
but yeah. But for my next one, I'm actually going to go for one I actually watched for the first time in preparation for this list. And it's one that I didn't expect to love as much as I did, and it's Rise of the Guardians. And this is one, that I really enjoyed. This like had a great sort of all these holiday characters sort of coming together, and there's your connection to our holiday hats before, Jonathan. But it was just one of those ones that I really enjoyed, like Alec Baldwin as Santa, Hugh Jackman as the Easter Bunny. It's just great cast, really great movie, and I really enjoy it. Brian, what do you say about Rise of the Guardians?
I'm going to say yes. It's one of those DreamWorks underrated movies people don't talk about. Plus, it's like the Avengers of holidays. So yes.
That's a good point.
RJ, what do you say about Rise of the Guardians?
Oh, this is a big fat yes. This is definitely DreamWorks' most underrated masterpiece.
Yep.
Oh my God, Rise of the Guardians is such a good movie. I love the like little message about believing in everything that they throw in there that a lot of those movies try to do. But like Brian said, it's Avengers with holidays, and it's great. It's fantastic. Who doesn't? And oh man, I used to pretend to be Russian Santa. Like that's all we refer to as. We're like, it's Russian Santa. Oh my God! But yeah, when that movie came out, yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed it. It was one of those movies that like you saw the previews and it was all about Jack Frost, and you're like, okay, like they were kind of like keeping it, really kind of hidden, like what this movie was actually going to be about. And then you got like a real trailer, and you're like, okay, and then saw the movie, and I was like, this movie, yes, absolutely, this deserves to be on the top 12.
With that, it does make the list. Anthony, what would you have said about Rise of the Guardians?
I think we're slowly killing Jonathan right now with this. It's watching. I also really did enjoy this movie. This was on my list, not like in the top, but I did have it. I thought it was nice with all the holidays. Saying it's the Avengers of holiday movies, it makes sense, and it is good. I do enjoy it. I'm determining from us talking, DreamWorks just does the absolute worst trailers because so many.
Agreed. I agree.
I didn't want to watch, and then I watched it. I was like, make a better trailer, and then people will watch your movie more. But I think they just realized they're just like, we'll just make a crap trailer. You're still going to give us money. We're good. But yeah, I would put this on, not like it matters. But I'm very curious to see what Jonathan thinks about this movie.
Whatever, Jonathan, hit us.
Rise of the Guardians. You're kidding me? I mean, it's nowhere near my top 12. Oi. It's not even in the top 20. Maybe because it was just past my prime. I mean, it came out in 2012. I was in college, and I saw it. I didn't care for it, and that's it. No,
That is no excuse. I was in college. That is no excuse. No
but
excuse.
it's just look. Here's the thing. It was just too. It was too. I understand it was Holiday Avengers. Yes, that's awesome, but it just didn't do anything for me. And I'm actually a sucker for like those holiday movies, and just it didn't do anything for me. So no.
Yo, I was 4
It
years
doesn't-
out of college by that point, and I still 4 years out of it.
Can we just talk about how this movie created the best like character shipping of Jack Frost and Elsa from Frozen? Because I see that like everywhere ever since Frozen came out. That's what couples dress up for Halloween.
You know what? That would be an interesting movie. Yeah, Jack
yeah.
Frost and Elsa. That would be interesting. Yeah.
But with that, we've got 2 spots left. Brian, what movie do you think belongs in those 2 spots?
I would say How to Train Your Dragon 2. For me, this is my favorite How to Train Your Dragon film. It even introduced Jacob's mother. Plus, the villain is incredible, way better than the first one. So, How to Train Your Dragon 2 is my pick.
RJ, what do you say about How to Train Your Dragon 2?
There's only 2 spots left, huh?
That's a tough one.
There's only 2 pods left, and 3 of us, and I'm the president. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I'm not gonna come back to me because I really got to think about this. This is this is not a no-brainer for me. This is
Anthony, what do you say about How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Thanks, RJ. Way to make this easier for me. I'll do the same. So cool. We'll go back to you, but I'll just go. For me, this one's tough because I do enjoy this movie, but it's again one I don't go back to as much as some of the other ones on my list. I don't have a lot left on my list, don't get me wrong, so I'm good with 2 left. I was kind of hoping this one would get back to me, so I didn't have to say anything. But I'm going to just say no because I feel like I like the third one slightly more than this, but it is a really good movie. Sorry, Nico, I prepped trivia for thought, so you can't hate me right now.
Jonathan, what do you say about How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Well, this is the opposite of Rise of the Guardians. This is a yes for me. Yeah, this is one of the few sequels besides Shrek 2 that it should make on the list. I think this is a stunning, surprisingly suspenseful movie and a dark movie. Like, this could have teetered onto like maybe the first animated DreamWorks PG-13 movie. I mean, I was surprised at how dark it was, and the things going on in the movie. I'm not going to spoil what happens. That it's kind of heartbreaking. And again, I got to go back to the visuals, and they're just mesmerizing. And it's and the score. I forgot to mention the score by I forgot the name. John Powell is fantastic. But with all the 3 movies, I think these first 2 of the trilogy, I think they equal out for me. Well, yeah, whatever, equal out for me. It's like the Godfather trilogy. Like the first 2 are like equal, and then the third one is it's fine, it's good. So yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2, it should make the list. I don't know what y'all are gonna say. I'm actually nervous.
Yeah, I like How to Train Your Dragon 2, but for me, even though it's a good movie and I like it, it is my least favorite out of the trilogy. It is outside of my personal top 12, so I'm going to have to say no. So RJ, does go back to you. You get to decide its fate.
that did not work the way I thought it would. Oh man. Okay. No, because I was just looking at what I had left and looking at this panel. They're probably not going to make it on the list anyways. If any other sequel is going to make this list, it has to be How to Train Your Dragon 2. It's my favorite of the trilogy. It's a great follow-up. Like, it's one of those that, like, man, How to Train Your Dragon was such a surprise hit. How are you going to follow that up? And they did. Like, Now, I don't think Hidden World hit it out of the park, but they were on par. So, like, that didn't ruin the trilogy. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2 was one of those things that, like, took it to the next level. And, I mean, it pulls at my heartstrings every time that Stoic sees. Oh, man, why am I forgetting her name? Oh, my God.
Kate Blanchett.
Oh, my God, why am I forgetting her name? Oh.
Who are you thinking of?
Kate Blanchett's character, but I'm forgetting her character's name, and it's killing me.
Oh,
my God. Nico, help me.
Valka.
Valka, thank you.
Valka, that's what it is.
Oh, no,
like when he sees Valka for the first time, like, oh, that scene gets me every single time. And they ruined it in the trailer, and it still gets me every time. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say yes. How to Train Your Dragon 2 is gonna take that spot.
You just saved it from Jonathan just walking out of here. Like he was.
I think that would have been it. I think that would have been it.
But with that, there's one spot left, and it's on RJ to pick up the next nomination.
See, if I would have said no to this and then brought up this one, I think Jonathan actually would have left.
Well, let's see what it is.
I'm gonna have to go with, if there's only one spot left, I'm gonna have to go with the movie that, like, when you talk about completely took you by surprise about how much you enjoyed it and the trailers gave you nothing, and I ended up loving it, I'm gonna go with Trolls. That movie, that's a movie I can put on every time and have a good time. I don't know if it's just the music, I don't know if it's the actual story, but I could put on Justin Timberlake's song for that like any day and be put in immediately in a better mood. But the same with the movie. I can put on that movie and it just makes me smile. I don't know what it is about it, but it makes me smile. I think the sequel could have been better, but I'm gonna go with Trolls.
Anthony, what do you say about Trolls?
I do not hate this movie. I agree with you. You can watch this movie and it puts a smile on your face. But I do also think it is the music that makes it better than the movie actually is. Don't get me wrong. Justin Timberlake's song is at every wedding I go to. And if you think I'm out on the dance floor dancing to it, you are incorrect because I am in the middle of that dance floor. But with the top 12 in this, I probably would say no to it, but it is just it's such a fun movie. That's what it is. I don't know if it's top list, but it is probably one of the most fun movies that you will find in DreamWorks. But I would say no to it, but I love the fact you just brought that up, though. Like, that's a call right there, and I like it. At least a little Shark Tale.
Jonathan, I think I know where you're going with this. What do you say about Trolls?
You know what? Actually, Anthony hit it out of the park with his criticism. Actually, my main criticism is that the music makes the movie better. I don't remember the story at all. I don't know what I don't remember. I just remember the soundtrack, and I would actually listen to the soundtrack more than watching the movie again. And to be honest, even though I saw the trailer, I just wasn't really feeling it. Watching trolls do stuff, it's just not for me. And even though I did watch the movie, I didn't hate it, but it's not in my top 20 at all. No. So
totally fine.
You got that song stuck in my head though, so now I'm just going.
I've seen the trailers for Trolls. That's enough for me. Haven't bothered seeing the movie yet.
I would give it a watch. Give it a
just watch it one time and then
watch. It's good for a one-time watch. Like, I saw it.
But Brian, what do you say? What would you have said about Trolls?
How about no?
Hey, I shot my shot.
I agree. Shoot it.
I shot my shot.
It's like the opposite with Shrek 2 hate, RJ.
But with that, we go on to Anthony.
Didn't know we were going to have room for both Shreks.
All right. Once I get the Justin Timberlake song out of my head, which will take me another day and a half. All right. So my next one, again, we're kind of running toward the end of the line here, and I'm trying not to pull another sequel out. There's one that I like a lot. But I'm going to go with a movie that was shockingly entertaining with how annoying sometimes Will Ferrell can be. I really enjoyed Megamind. I actually found this movie very entertaining.
That's a tough one.
Because they did a good job with creating the villain and the hero dynamic, and then kind of flipping it around and making him realize that like all the villain stuff, it doesn't work without the hero. And I really enjoyed it. All the voice acting was really good. It's not one of the best movies out here, but it is a lot of fun. It is a really entertaining movie. And the kind of like when they switched at the end, the whole end sequence and all the music they use for it when he comes in and makes this huge thing and plays like AC/DC or whatever he's playing, that was fantastic. It was really good. So I'm going to throw Megamind out here on the list, and I feel like this is going to get interesting here in a second. I got a lot of people thinking.
Jonathan, what do you say about Megamind?
I forgot about this movie. Oh, oh man, it's a good call. Come back to me. I'm gonna pull an RJ and come back to me.
But yeah, I like Megamind. It's a fun movie. I'm going to say no though, because there was another one which I think is better and deserves on this list. So yeah, Brian, what do you say about Megamind?
How was the verse so far? How many yeses, how many no's so far?
It's 1-1 right now.
Oh, for me, I would say yes, underrated Dreamworks movie plus a great superhero movie as well.
RJ, what do you say about Megamind?
There's only one.
To make Jonathan really, really work.
I like that's what I don't want to put him through. But there's one spot left, movie, and there's one movie that hasn't been talked about. So I'm like, do I want to keep that movie in the running, or do I actually want to give my honest opinion about this one? Because my favorite line to quote is freaking Brad Pitt. I love you, Metro Man, and I love you, random citizen.
Yeah.
Oh man. You know what? I'm sorry. I have to give it a yes. I forgot how much I enjoy this movie, and I'm already thinking about it. Yeah, I got to give Megamind a yes.
If that Megamind makes the list,
pressure.
Jonathan, what would you have said?
You know what? I was gonna say a marginal yes, because I forgot about that movie, and I did have fun with it. I forgot to put it on the list, to be honest. That's why I was like, oh shoot, I forgot about Megamind. It's been a while, but I remember enjoying that movie and him, Jonah Hill, Tina Fey, Brad Pitt, David Cross. David Cross is funny. Yeah, that was a good call. Yeah, I forgot about Megamind, and yeah, it should be on the list. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised no one brought up Madagascar 3, considering we all revealed that we like this movie.
Well, guess what? That was my next pick.
It was on my list, but I was like, I'm going to try to avoid the sequel. I want to pick something that's a little. Malcolm,
that's totally fair.
Quick question: was anybody else going to bring up B movie?
No.
All about this.
Okay, that's what I figured, and that's why I went with Megamind. I was like, no one's going to care about B movie.
Oh, that would have lost.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, and I would have been okay with that.
Are you sure y'all cannot reconsider Rise of the Guardians?
Nope. No. Not reconsidering that in any way, shape, or form.
Malcolm,
for Madagascar 3.
I do like that. Malcolm, was Madagascar 3 the one you were thinking of? Because I have a guess of what movie you were thinking of that you like better than Megamind.
I'm just gonna put one. I'm gonna put in 12.
It was not. What's your guess?
The Croods?
No.
Okay. Then
what was it? I want to know.
Now I'm curious.
Yeah.
Captain Underpants.
That's right. That's DreamWorks.
Oh, That's a
Totally forgot that was DreamWorks.
I forgot
I thought it
about
was Blue Sky.
Oh, I saw it on there. I was just like, that never came out.
No, it was Dreamworks. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I actually forgot it was Dreamworks myself until I started putting up together my own personal list. It's like, oh yeah, that was that.
I totally thought it was Blue Sky. Damn it!
Yeah.
because the animation was
But
different.
yeah.
That's why. So
Yeah, but anyway, but Jonathan, what honorable mentions did you have?
it was Madagascar 3. The Croods was an honorable mention, and also a movie that I just saw. Oh, and Spirit. But another movie I just saw was Abominable. That's a really good movie. So those would be my honorable mentions.
Yeah, like for me, I had Madagascar 3. I actually really do enjoy Penguins of Madagascar, the movie. I think that's fine. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. One that I actually also enjoyed that I know a lot of people really don't like, which is why I didn't bring it up. The Boss Baby.
Boss Baby.
But yeah, hey, I'm just glad no one brought up Turbo because that is gruesome B-movie.
Oh God.
But anyway, Brian, what honorable mentions did you have?
For me, I had Shrek from After on my list. Great redeeming factor of Shrek 3. Mr. Peabody Sherman I have.
Oh, that's a good movie.
The Croods, Madagascar 3. The Kung Fu Panda 3, which I love, which is my go-to Kung Fu Panda film. Monsters vs. Aliens was on it.
Yeah.
B-movie, Shark Tale, and Flush Ray.
Come here.
Oh my God, I forgot about Shark Tale.
That would have been a hard no for me.
Oh, marginal no for me too.
Come here.
But RJ, what honorable mentions did you have?
I guess it's
now-
Shark Tale.
Now Shark Tale. But no, I honestly, because I didn't contribute to the conversation earlier, I agree with all of you. Madagascar 3 is a very guilty pleasure of mine. I that's something I don't know why, but I can put that on and still enjoy it. Other than that, I didn't really have. Let me double check. That Shark Tale. I said Trolls. B movie. I said no, because everything else I thought was DreamWorks turned out to be Blue Sky.
But Anthony, what honorable mentions did you have?
I only had obviously. Stop biting me. Sorry, cat. Other than obviously Madagascar 3, which we talked about, I did have Flushed Away. Obviously, again, claymation. I do enjoy that movie. I think it's a lot of fun, and this is a guilty pleasure. What are you doing? A guilty pleasure for me is Over the Hedge. I find it actually very entertaining and a lot of fun. Steve Carell's the squirrel is hilarious, and Bruce Willis. That's one of those I can watch and just enjoy. It's not great, but it's very creative. So I do enjoy that one. Those two are basically the honorable mentions here.
It's not that bad. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I also had Ants. I forgot to the honorable mention. I had Ants.
You mean the JV?
Oh, I was literally about to say that. But Ants is a pretty good movie as well.
It has a great cast.
The animation hasn't held up, but still a good movie.
The JV bugs.
But if that we get to the fun part of actually ranking this. So write down on a whiteboard or a bit of paper, whatever you have handy, what you have for number 12. So Brian, what do you have at number 12?
We all know what
I had El Dorado. Oops.
What?
RJ.
This will stay on the board until it lands where it lands.
Anthony.
I went Prince of Egypt.
Oh my God.
I love the movie, but it's
Jonathan.
What do you think? It's Rise of the Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, already this happens.
This is going to be interesting because, just like RJ, I'm going to have something on the board that's going to hang around for a lot of it. Chicken one.
How are we going to do this?
That's the wrong answer.
Which means chat.
I know what's going.
First comment I see, we've got Chicken One, El Dorado, Wallace and Gromit, Prince of Egypt, and the other one.
Rise of the
Guardians.
Rise of the Guardians.
Are you?
I know which one's going.
Rise of the
Jonathan, I think you're going to win this battle here, because
So yeah, the first comment I see in the chat, will there, and I will go to get the actual YouTube chat up because there was a little bit delay between StreamYard and but this is going to be interesting because Chris Daz was the first one that came up.
What is it?
But the two other comments. This is going to be a real one. I'm actually going to go for the majority on this one because Chris Diaz brought up El Dorado.
People are like, "Whoa!"
So we've got 2 votes for Chicken One. So in the chat.
What?
So.
Oh, Malcolm changes the opinion. Instead of the first, it's the multis because it's his pick.
Oh yeah, it's his
I see
vote.
how you're doing this, Malcolm. I see you. I'm watching.
You know what? We're gonna leave it to what we said earlier.
I don't know.
Ella Christina, all 5 of those movies, and just be like, which one do you hate most?
Oh, it will not be.
Yeah,
I mean, she likes El Dorado.
You know what? Yeah, that's a good idea.
I can tell she likes El Dorado and has never seen Pick and Run, so that's how that's going. Sadly.
Anyway, but
Right,
you assumed I was.
Sure.
I was going to go for the first one.
Oh
and I
my
go
God.
for El Dorado.
There is no. Oh,
Yeah, that definitely doesn't belong at the bottom of this list. I think we can all agree on that,
But,
except for you brought it up.
But
you know what?
but yeah, RJ is staying on Wallace and Gromit.
Oh yeah, this is not going away.
Yeah, I'll stick with this for now. It's probably going to change in a minute because I'm not going to win this battle.
I had
All right. I guess
Chicken One.
Everybody's sticking with Prince of Egypt.
Yes.
Jonathan.
Rise of the Guardians.
I've still got Chicken One.
Oh my God!
Brian.
Why?
I had Chicken One.
Why'd you go, Brian?
I went Chicken One.
Chicken One. So Chicken One is going to be 11. Yeah, no, it's all good. My internet sort of cut out at the time, so I just wanted to make sure. I heard the reaction. It's like I know it's happened.
Those are 2 fantastic movies. I just want to throw that out there.
Like seriously, what the hell?
I'm gonna go mine last, actually. So I need to think about RJ's.
Yeah, this isn't happening. No one's gonna change my mind.
I'm gonna go last.
All right, I'll change. Okay.
I can't
Malcolm knows I will do this all night.
I think this is more, because it went by so fast. This is going to be the most interesting part of it.
I've watched Malcolm hold one up till it was the second one left because he put up the best movie of all time.
But yeah, Anthony, what do you have for 10?
I'll go last.
I changed. So I went Madagascar because I like the third one better.
John wants to go last.
Yeah,
I
please.
put How to Train Your Dragon 2.
Oh my God.
Brian.
I had Fu Panda first one.
Oh no.
We've got Wallace and Gromit. Jonathan.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna agree with one of you. And RJ, Wallace and Gromit.
Thank you.
Wow.
Get that out of here. Just so you know, I will not be returning the favor, though. Because how dare you put Rise of the Guardians so low? Oh, wait. No, we're already in the 10, right? Okay, I might do you a favor.
It might get there now. Like, it's getting to
Yeah, please.
Actually, no, I got you on that one. You know what?
Ease my pain.
Actually, with everything else that is left, I'll do you a favor.
You know, I'm not really feeling this this teaming up here again. I'm not feeling that right now.
Well, too late because it's happening.
I know.
Okay, after Rise of the Guardians is out, then you know what? I'll go on my own. So
I don't know. I don't know. This reminds me of an infamous moment way back in the day where 2 people teamed to get Lilo and Stitch to number 2 on animated movie sequels.
no, we're not going to do that. It's not going to go that far.
But Jonathan,
yeah.
But yeah, I saw How to Train Your Dragon 2. Brian.
Dragons Run.
Wait, what?
Dragons
First
one.
Dragons.
Oh,
How to Dragons, first one.
Yeah. RJ.
I'll give Rise of the Guardians as long as it's in the top 10. I'm fine.
please.
Anthony.
I just stuck with Madagascar, but that's Rise of Guardians is fine. I'm cool with it.
Thank God.
It was going on there soon.
All right, my pain. Weird.
Okay.
Okay, now this is it gets
After this one, it's going to be hard. This is another one that's going to stick around.
hard.
Because
I mean, why don't you guys just vote against my pick again? Because you guys have been doing it so far. I see how it's going.
This is tough.
This is hard.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I forgot how much I like Madagascar. I'm sorry. Like that was
Same.
Madagascar is great. No,
yeah, of course.
I like all the other ones more.
But Brian, are you thinking of How to Train the Dragon 1?
No, change to a Megamind.
Ooh, Megamind. RJ.
Only because I forgot about it. Megamind.
Anthony.
I went back to the Prince of Egypt.
Jonathan.
Madagascar.
I've got How to Train the Dragon 2. So we've got the
Megamind.
first two How to Train
You should have changed, Anthony. You would have forced the tie. It could have happened.
But then, Malcolm, if it was between Madagascar and Megamind, who would you pick?
Megamind.
Yeah, I lost anyway.
Okay, of what's left. Hold on, give me a second. Now I gotta look at what's left. All right.
So Megamind's number 8. Okay. I cannot believe Rotel Dorado is number 12. I just
That's disappointing.
did. Oh, oops.
The fact Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit are 11 and 10 are just wrong.
I don't seriously.
Wallace is number 10.
What the hell, man?
Number 11 is the one.
But just to recap what we've got left, we've got the first two Shreks, Prince of Egypt, Kung Fu Panda, both How to Train Your Dragons, Madagascar.
And that's it.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
But RJ, what do you have for 7?
I'm gonna go Kung Fu Panda. It was between that and
Anthony.
Madagascar.
I'll pick with Prince of Egypt for this one. I don't think I'm wrong this battle.
Jonathan.
Madagascar.
I've got How to Train Your Dragon 2. Brian.
Still Dragons Run.
Oh God.
So chat, we got How to Train Your Dragon 1 and 2, Kung Fu Panda, Prince of Egypt, and Madagascar. Which one should be at 7? The first comment I see. And Madagascar is really overwhelmingly coming up there. So.
Damn, that hurts.
Thank you, chat.
It's because it wasn't Madagascar 3, I guess.
Some people just don't like to move it. Well, whatever. It's okay. I have another crown, and look, it has a gecko on it.
I assume everybody is gonna have the same one, right?
Probably,
So that means-
yeah.
Because or is Anthony changing his vote?
Probably not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm staying right here.
He actually doesn't erase things and saves mark an idiot and erase and write the same thing.
But yeah, just because is my least favorite of this trilogy, How to Train Dragon 2. Brian.
Same How to Train Dragon 2.
Oh my god.
Changed it.
RJ.
Kung Fu Panda, staying on here.
Anthony.
I'll stick with Prince of Egypt.
God damn it, Anthony.
Jonathan.
How to Train Your Dragon 2.
What is wrong with you people? It's so beautiful.
Well, there's another one on the list.
It shoots lightning. It glows blue.
Top 5's tough.
All right, so
Yeah.
I'll think it will be tougher.
5.
There's no way it's better than any of the 4 that are left. I'm sorry.
I'm actually surprised RJ hasn't said this movie yet. That I'll reveal in a minute.
I'm sorry. Like I said, it's not that I don't like it. I just thought we weren't going to be able to have both on the list. I already know what you're talking about. This is still not as good. I would still rather watch both those movies. At least that one I can enjoy too. You all look like just like your action figures, except you, Mantis. You're about the same size.
But RJ's sticking. Anthony, what do you have for 5?
I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, but I try to change a heart in the middle of this. I'm going to Shrek 2 now.
Oh,
Jonathan.
damn it, Jonathan and Anthony.
Shrek 2.
Oh,
God damn it, guys.
So we've got 2 for Shrek 2, 2 for Kung Fu Panda.
What?
Wait, we have 2 for Kung Fu Panda?
I have 2.
Yep, I vote for Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that.
Why jumped in and said I've got one of them.
ooh,
I've got Kung Fu Panda.
Yes, thank you.
nice.
God.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Do your thing.
Okay.
I don't
This
know.
is
After talking about Shrek, I started to like Shrek more than Shrek 2. I feel like it just depends on the day which one I like more.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You know what? I think this next one is easy for me.
All right. What do we have left?
Shrek 2, How to Train Your Dragon, and Prince of Egypt.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn.
Wow. I guess the dog didn't like that. Kung Fu Panda is number 5.
I actually completely forgot this one was actually still here.
What are you?
Oh man, but which one is better?
I feel like I'm always intrigued by what happens about the.
You know what, Anthony? Can we just reveal our boards at the same time, or did you change it?
I might have changed it.
All right.
Jonathan, what do you have?
I'm gonna still stick with Shrek 2.
I've got Prince of Egypt. Brian.
Shrek.
Ooh.
RJ.
I have Prince of Egypt. I can't spell.
Egypt.
Anthony.
And that's what I went back to.
Y'all
Prince of Egypt.
traitors.
I had that on there since like 10. It just changed 4 times.
Yeah, I mean, this is one I realistically should have put up earlier because, as I said, I don't remember it that much.
Oh.
But it's here.
Okay. Now, this should be easy.
Hmm?
I
I heard I'm doing this, okay?
All right, so we got 3. Okay, I'm good.
So I've got Shrek 1 and 2 and How to Train Your Dragon. Voting on number 3. And Brian, what do you have for 3?
Dragons.
RJ.
Shrek 2.
Nice.
Anthony.
I don't have cool little ogre ears, but I also have Shrek 2.
Jonathan.
Let's make this easy. Shrek 2.
I'm not going to reveal what I had.
Okay.
No, not going to just make it up his overalls as he goes along. It's his game. He does the thing.
Okay. Yeah. This is tough.
Well, I mean, it's partly because it wasn't going to make a difference because it wasn't that either ones that were said. But now, just to remind everyone, instead of going for number 2, we're going straight to number 1.
All my markers suck.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at either one of these.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with either one of these being number 1.
Okay.
But Yeah. RJ, what do you have for number one?
Shrek.
Anthony.
Well, I actually have How to Train Your Dragon, but I put Ogre Years on it.
Jonathan.
Shrek.
And probably really bad handwriting. I put How to Train Your Dragon, which means it's going to come down to Brian.
Shrek.
All right. I'm cool with either one. They're both good.
Yeah, those are
This
that.
one-
That's a worthy top two right there.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicken Run should be in the top 5, but it's cool at 10. Whatever.
Chicken Run
No,
should
it's
at
at
least
11.
be-
It's at 11.
Sweet.
Chicken Run should at least been in the top half.
Yes.
But
You watch Gromit.
No, it's because he did not say my title, Rise of the Guardians. I think that's changed.
Rise of the Guardian should have been 7. It should have been right there before the top half.
No,
Right there.
we should have Madagascar 3 and not have Rise of
Kung Fu Panda should have been like 7 or 6.
Agreed.
Chris, the first Kung Fu Panda was on the list. What else?
It was.
Yeah, it's on the
Yeah.
list.
It's good.
But,
I think it's 5.
But yeah, just to recap, the top 12. At number 12, got The Road to El Dorado. At 11, we got Chicken Run. At 10, we got Wallace and Gromit's Curse of the Rare Rabbit. At 9, we got Rise of the Guardian. At 8, we got Megamind.
I'm okay
At
with
7,
that.
we got Madagascar.
I'm okay with that.
At 6, we got How to Train Your Dragon
How
2.
dare you?
Higher.
At 5, we got Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Okay.
At 4, we got The Prince of Egypt.
I'm okay
At
with that.
3, we got Shrek 2.
Should be number
At
one.
2, we got How to Train Your Dragon. And at number 1, we got Shrek.
I think the top 6 are
Um,
really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a solid top 6.
Other than everyone hating everything I put on the picks, then everything else is great, though.
Um,
I don't really care. This is a good
but
list.
yeah,
The third was better, in my opinion.
Like the third.
I wasn't a big fan of Kung Fu Panda 2. I actually like Kung Fu Panda 3 a little bit more. But that we have reached the end of ranking for another night. I will have a poll up either later today or tomorrow with the options for next week. But it will be the last poll of the year because on December 19 is going to be top 12 movie centers, and then we'll go on a little bit of break over the holidays, and we'll come back in the new year with the top 12 movies of 2020. There was movies that came out
boy.
this year. It's going to be an interesting. There will be interesting to see what happens, but for that,
12
Brian,
movies that can come out.
I mean,
I can think of 12.
I mean, with the count of streaming services and all that as well. But yeah. But Brian, where can people find you online?
Just anywhere on the smaller group, Take 3 group, commenting along on YouTube, most of that.
Maybe that might be a list for another day, Chris. But RJ, where can people find you online?
You guys can find me over in Full Metal Media. I run the Geek League over there. We got matches coming up. We're really excited. Coming to the end of the year. Well, end of the season tournament because we started late this year. So we're almost to the end of the year. We'll have a title defense and then we'll have the tournament. Other than that, you can find me on Facebook at Rene Villarreal Jr. Do not type in RJ. You will find 83,567 people who are not me.
Anthony, where can people find you online?
I'm all over the place. You find me on Full Metal on occasion. You find me on Featured Presentation a bunch. Also on Opening Night Trivia League, where I actually do have a show called Working Title, where you basically just pitch a movie. So you need no skill at movies or trivia, any of that. You just come on the show, you pitch a movie. It's for pure fun. So I do that. If anyone's interested, let me know. But other than that, I just appear. I'm also here a bunch too, yelling at Malcolm for stuff. But, it's always a good time.
Jonathan, where can people find you online?
I'm all over the place on social media platforms at John Carroll 4 on Instagram and Twitter, and I do have a Letterboxd. And I compete in Full Metal Classics. I also compete in feature presentation productions, and and that's it. And sometimes I'm in the chat and classics, and also on fantasy movie fights. So
and you can find me all over the place. I'm on Take 3, hosting Late Night with Take 3 and Rankum. Late Night Take 3 will be probably next week around this time. I'll see if I can sort out something there. I'll be hosting Full Metal Classic tomorrow, and this week on Full Metal Random is about the epic rap battles of history, of Jay Burns taking on Brooklyn Vale, taking on Richard Schwartz. And I'm also doing a Christmas movie characters tournament on the Take 3 Facebook page, and it's got a lot of interesting very quickly.
Stop voting for Buddy the Elf.
But he's great.
But with that, see you all later, and just remember, keep listing shit.
I love you.